It doesn't happen out of nowhere. Over 2 years, dispatchers field 13 911 calls involving Eric Gentle. 7 of them come from him. 1 is from his grandmother, Diane Laughlin. She's scared, but not for herself. Not at first. Still, she warns police he's delusional, dangerous, and has a gun. Less than a year later, she's dead.
My grandson thinks I'm somebody else. He's very delusional about a lot of things, and he's threatening to do something to me if I tell.
86-year-old Diane Laughlin lives in Weaverville, North Carolina. She's a retired schoolteacher, widowed since 2012, and lives with her adult grandson, 35-year-old Eric Gentle. For more than 2 years, something has been unraveling in their home and on the phone lines. The first 911 call tied to Gentle comes in January 2022. He places the call himself. He's crying, paranoid, and convinced that his ex-girlfriend has been stalking him, drugging him, and possibly involved in murder. He refuses hospital care at first, then hesitantly agrees he might need help.
Welcome, County Communications.
Hey, so I've been, I think, being stalked by my ex. I'm pretty sure stuck me with a needle too, and my cats, my family. This whole situation's been going on for too long. I need somebody to talk to about this situation.
Okay. And where is she at right now?
I'm not really sure. She's in Candler or Fletcher or something, one of those areas.
You said you think she stuck you with a needle?
Yes, sir. She's done this about like 4 years ago now, going on 3 years maybe, three and a half. It's been a while. I've been trying to get some medical help and trying to get this figured out and trying to get some kind of proof because I've deleted all my proof and evidence of this stuff and this transaction that's happened, and it's been a whole ordeal.
Okay, when did this happen?
It was on Thanksgiving Day, 2019.
Okay.
Sometime between 7 and 10 o'clock. She was here early in the morning and had left by like 10:30. I had taken her to the Asheville Mall that day.
Okay.
Like at one point, like the whole situation, she had acted like she was trying to be back with me. We were together for a short while, and then we'd broken up because she was cheating on me, and at least that's what I've thought. Which I guess she was two-timing me the whole time and trying to set this up. This whole thing's been a setup since the beginning, and I'm pretty sure that her sister might have killed somebody and all this shit. Like, this whole situation is going on. I've been terrified. Being stalked. I'm pretty sure that she's been trying to steal my information, too. Like, I think she has my social security, and I haven't been able to figure out what credit agency she's doing it through or how she's doing it. But, like, I know she stole my social. The day that I had it out of my safe, she had turned around, and it sounded like she took a picture, and I confronted her about it, and she's like, no, I was just trying to see it better in the light. Man, this whole situation is so f***ed up. I've been so stressed out. I've been going on dealing with this for the last 4 years. Dealing with my medical health, trying to get better and trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and they can't figure it out.
Right. Well, do you feel like you need to go to the hospital, maybe for some medical attention, or?
I've tried. They can't figure it out, man.
Okay. Well, do you feel
I'm
like?
terrified.
Yeah. So do you feel like that you need to go to the hospital for your mental health, so they can hopefully maybe get that help? You said you've been really stressed out about it. Do you want me to see? Do you feel like you need to go to the hospital for that?
I've tried that once. I didn't tell them everything, and I've been it's so stressful, and I don't want everybody knowing my business. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm crying. I'm trying to
no, it's all right.
this.
No, that's all right. So, if you would like for me to, I can send a patrol deputy out there to speak with you. But as far as if you wanted to go to the hospital today, and speak with them about, maybe some mental health, wellness, if you would you'll speak with them about that, we can get that arranged and take you up there if you would like. But it's completely up to you.
I mean, I don't know, man. I probably need it. I've gotten rid of all my weapons out of my house to try and, like, make sure I don't do nothing stupid.
Over the next 2 months, Gentle called 911 6 more times. He tells dispatcher he's being framed for murder, that his identity has been stolen, and that his cats have been poisoned. At one point, he says he's gotten rid of all of his weapons to keep himself from doing something stupid. He ends several of the calls by spelling out his name, Eric Gentle, like be gentle. Then there's silence until September 29th, 2023. That day, Diane Laughlin pulls into the Weaverville Police Department parking lot. She doesn't want to go home. Fast forward to 2 months later, Eric's friend Jonathan Simpson grows concerned. He hasn't heard from Diane, and Eric's messages have become darker and more erratic.
Welcome, County Communications.
Hi, I'm just trying to see if you guys service an address because I have an issue and I'm trying to figure some stuff out.
We do service that address.
You do service that address? Okay. I was wondering if I could possibly talk to like a police officer or something. I need to get some information on some stuff.
Absolutely. What's your name?
Jonathan Simpson. I live all the way up here in Wisconsin. It's about a friend of mine that is potentially either going to harm himself or harm a lot of people.
Okay. Are you wanting us to do a welfare check, or do you just want to speak with a deputy for right now?
I just want to speak to a deputy for right now because he's not home. Like the last time I talked to him, he was taking a walk. He wouldn't tell me where. He did a Discord chat with me, and then we were on there for like 3 minutes, and then like I don't know if his phone died or what happened, but his last words were, "As God is my witness, I will start hunting people down." And I just need to figure out what the best part I can do to try to get him some help right now. He thinks that the cops are all in on it. He thinks that I'm in on it. A couple of our friends are like, there's just a whole bunch of stuff that's leading up to all of this. And he's suffering from schizophrenia really bad.
What's the patient's name?
Eric Gentle.
Okay. We will have a deputy call you. It'll come from a blocked, restricted, or a private number, so just be on the lookout for that and answer when they call you, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Yep, bye.
Less than an hour after that call, Diane Laughlin contacts 911.
I'm getting 911. Are you needing police, fire, medical?
This is Diane Laughlin. I'm sitting at the Weaverville Police Department parking lot. My grandson thinks I'm somebody else. He's very delusional about a lot of things, and he's threatening to do something to me if I tell.
Okay, give me 1 moment, please. Stay on the line with me, okay?
I can't understand.
Just give me 1 moment. Stay on the line with me, okay, ma'am?
Okay, that's the one.
Okay, what's your name?
Diane Laughlin.
And you said it's your grandson?
That's right.
Has he been diagnosed with anything?
Have I been? No.
No, has he been?
No, he hasn't, but he's looking pretty delusional, really delusional and dangerous.
Are there any weapons involved?
He has a weapon. He has a gun.
Is it on him right now?
It could be.
But you're not sure, correct?
Oh, I don't know if he has it, but I have a feeling he does.
And is he violent at this time?
I don't know of him ever being violent.
Is he acting violent right now?
Is he what?
Is he violent right now?
No.
Okay. And where is he right now? Is he inside of the car with you or outside?
Oh, no. He went downtown. He said to look for a clue, which I don't know what that means, but I don't want to go back home because I don't know what he's going to do.
18 minutes later, dispatchers call her back. Officers are on their way. By the time deputies arrive, Eric is gone. The next day, Diane manages to have Eric involuntarily committed to Mission Hospital. A hospital clinician calls 911 to request a wellness check on Diane, hoping to reach her for more information. It's unclear how long Eric stays in the hospital. According to Jonathan, it isn't long, saying Eric claimed he was fine, and staff said they couldn't legally keep him. But the danger hasn't passed. It's just on hold. 7 months go by. Then, just after 3 p.m. on July 4th, 2024, Buncombe County dispatchers receive a request for a wellness check at 5 Ebernickel Lane, the home Diane shares with Eric.
Hello?
Hey, is this Diane?
Yes, it is.
Okay, can you tell me what's going on right now?
No.
Okay, are you able to talk?
No.
Okay, stay on the phone with me, okay? I don't want you to hang up on me. Is he there right now? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Is he right beside you right now?
Very close.
Okay. Has he tried to harm you? You can say yes or no.
No.
11, we will come around with you as well. 11, your complainant is advising he does not have weapons at this time.
I hear you.
Is that him talking?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Don't let him know that you're talking to me. Just tell him it's a friend if he asks you who it is, okay?
Okay.
I have several people on the way to you guys right now.
Okay.
Is the door going to be unlocked?
I unlock it.
Okay. I'm just keeping you on in case he tries to hurt you or if he tries to say anything towards you that I can hear, okay? Just for your
right
safety.
Now he's acting perfectly normal.
Okay.
Right now everything seems okay. Like there's nothing wrong.
Does he have access to any weapons at all?
Yeah, but I'm not seeing them on him.
Okay. Are they knives, guns? You can say yes.
Gun.
Okay. You don't know where they're at right now?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you think he'll freak out when a deputy gets on scene?
Charlie 5, it's one of the dark gray Jeep Renegade.
I'm sorry?
It could be.
Could be? Okay. Okay, so there's a deputy there.
Okay.
Stay on the phone with me
Yeah?
so that I know if anything happens and my deputy needs backup and cannot get to his radio, okay?
I will do that.
Just until we know that everything's going to be all right for now. Because I have other ones coming, but he's there by himself.
Okay.
Deputies arrived to find Diane Laughlin dead. Her cause of death? Blunt force trauma to the head and gunshot wounds. She has been beaten and shot in her own home. Officers immediately begin searching for Eric Gentle. Less than an hour later, deputies and Weaverville police surround a second house nearby, off Squirrel Hill Drive. They arrive with AR-15s and tactical gear, flanking the home through backyards and the woods. A standoff begins. Officers use a megaphone to call Eric outside. Witnesses say it feels like it drags on for over an hour. Just before 4 p.m., Eric Gentle walks out, shirtless, calm, hands in view. Deputies arrest him without incident. He is charged with first-degree murder and taken to the Buncombe County Detention Facility and held without bond. Court documents confirm that the killing was premeditated. This wasn't a chance encounter. It was domestic, ongoing, foreseeable. In the 2.5 years before Diane's death, dispatchers received 13 separate 911 calls involving Eric Gentle. 1 from her, 7 from him. 3 within 48 hours in December 2023. One of those made by Diane, while Eric stood just feet away. She didn't want him arrested. She wanted him helped. And now she's gone.
911, what's your emergency? I've just been shot. What? Who? I've just been shot. Where are you at? Okay, how did you get shot? My grandma shot me. Your grandpa shot you? My grandma. I'm gonna die. So. Okay, we're gonna stay on the phone with me, okay, sir? I'm gonna get help on the way. Okay? Where were you shot at? Where are you shot? Your chest? Okay, who, are your grandparents still there? No. Where did they go? Okay, I know. We got help on the way. I promise you that, okay? You said it's in your chest? Yes. Okay, did you get some kind of, can you walk or are you sitting? I'm sitting. Okay, I don't want you to move. Okay, just keep on breathing. Okay, and it just happened? Are you there? Keep talking to me. Are you there? No. Can you keep talking? Keep talking to me? Are you there, sir? Sir? Hello? Someone wants to with something. He's not talking to me right now. No, I heard someone, but I don't know if it was him or not. Sir? Hello? Are you there? I got shot again. Oh, you got shot again? Are they still there? Oh, yes. Please help. Oh. I just want to. Hello?
By the time police arrive, 17-year-old Jonathan Hoffman has been shot 6 times, twice in the back. His grandmother meets him at the door with the gun still in her hand. She tells them, "I murdered my grandson." But it's what they hear in the 911 recording, what happens after the call begins, that reveals just how brutal those final minutes were. It's May 18th, 2012. The call comes from a quiet neighborhood in West Bloomfield Township, Michigan. 17-year-old Jonathan Hoffman is bleeding out in his grandmother's home. He's been shot at least once when the call begins. Over the next 6 minutes, Sandra Lane fires again. The dispatcher hears it all. Police race to the scene. Gunfire is still ringing out when they arrive. They find Jonathan face down in gym shorts and socks. There's blood in multiple rooms, 10 shell casings scattered across the house, and a faint pulse. He's rushed to the hospital, but it's too late.
He dies shortly after arrival.
The medical examiner later confirms 6 gunshot wounds, including 2 in the back. His death is ruled a homicide. 74-year-old Sandra Lane is arrested at the scene and charged with open murder, a Michigan statute that allowed the jury to decide between first and second degree. Jonathan's parents lived in Arizona, so he had been staying in Michigan with his grandparents to finish his final year of school. His younger sister was undergoing treatment for a brain tumor, and the family believed this setup would give Jonathan some stability. But things inside the Lane home were far from stable. According to his mother, Jennifer, her relationship with Sandra had always been strained. She described her mother as controlling and emotionally abusive. Still, she believed her children were safe with her. Weeks before the shooting, Sandra called 911 about Jonathan. She told officers he was acting erratically and said she was afraid of him. Not long after that, she bought a gun. Jonathan was on probation after being pulled over with marijuana. He had also been caught with Adderall. On the day he was killed, he failed a drug test for synthetic marijuana, known as spice, or K2. Toxicology would later confirm the presence of spice in his system, but prosecutors argued it wasn't active at the time of his death. Sandra knew about the drug use. She had spoken to his probation officer and told friends she was scared, but nothing she said could explain what she did next. Sandra told investigators that the argument started over money. Jonathan had demanded cash and her car keys. She claimed he kicked her in the stomach, so she grabbed the gun.
Did he strike you?
In the head.
Sorry?
In the head.
In the head area? And what happens?
But at the hospital, doctors find no injuries on Sandra. No bruises, no scratches, no sign of a struggle. Her story shifts. She says she only wanted him to listen. Prosecutors argue that wasn't fear. It was frustration, and it undermines everything she claims about self-defense. Then the timeline seals it. Jonathan calls 911 at 5:27 p.m., already wounded. 3 minutes later, dispatchers hear more gunfire. Sandra had time to stop, time to call for help. Instead, she fires again. Her husband, Fred Lane, returned home just after the incident. Sandra had told him to go walk the dog. He said he had no idea she even owned a gun. Her defense argued that showed compassion, that she didn't want to hurt him, that she panicked and overreacted to a chaotic situation. They painted Jonathan as a troubled teen, a boy with anger issues, spiraling into drug use and criminal behavior. They argued Sandra was a frightened grandmother, overwhelmed and out of options. But the prosecution pushed back. They reminded the jury Sandra hadn't called for help. She never left the house. She waited until police arrived, gun still in hand, and admitted to the shooting. They emphasized the lack of injuries on her body, the absence of any effort to de-escalate, and the devastating audio of the teen being shot again while on the phone with 911. In court, Jonathan's parents sat through every word. His mother called her own mother a monster. His father said the trial was about clearing his son's name. Nearly a year after the shooting, Sandra Lane was found guilty of second-degree murder and a felony firearm charge. The jury didn't buy her claim of self-defense. They didn't see a frightened grandmother. They saw a killer. She was sentenced to 22 years in prison, 20 for the murder and 2 for the weapons charge. Given her age, it was effectively a life sentence. After the trial, Jennifer Hoffman spoke to reporters. She said her son had shown incredible courage in his final moments. That without the 911 call, the truth might never have come out. Michael Hoffman said the verdict restored his son's dignity, that Sandra had spent the trial trying to destroy it, blaming the victim to save herself. A wrongful death lawsuit followed, seeking at least $1 million in damages. It accused Sandra and her husband Fred of negligence and emotional abuse. Fred wasn't charged in the criminal case, but the civil suit claimed he failed to protect Jonathan from the escalating situation inside their home. The Michigan Court of Appeals later upheld Sandra's conviction, rejecting her claim that she was barred from presenting evidence of Jonathan's alleged threats. She doesn't know what set him off. There's yelling, a door slams, then a gunshot. Now she's in a bedroom closet, crouched in the dark, her newborn sister pressed against her chest. She holds her breath, straining to hear what's happening on the other side of the door. The man who raised her has just shot her stepmother, and he might not be done.
911, what's the address to your emergency? Pineville Road. My dad just shot my mom. All right, when did this happen? Just now. I'm terrified he might kill me and my sister. Okay. All right, just stay on the phone with me. Stay calm. You're doing really good, okay? Okay, if he is nearby, what I want you to do is keep very quiet and stay out of sight, okay? Are you... Okay. Okay, what I want you to do is just leave the phone open, okay? I want you to leave the line open. Even if you have to lay the phone down or stop talking, I just want you to leave the line open, okay? The last time that you saw him after this happened, where was he? In the living room, walking out the door. Hey, if you go to your window and like raise the blinds up or open the curtains, can they see you? I can't. Okay, why can't, like what's in the window? Okay, they're here. Okay, they're here. Can I hang up now, please? Okay, yes, you did a wonderful job, okay?
Just before 3 p.m. on April 17, 2024, dispatchers received the 911 call. 38-year-old Dennis Sales has shot his wife. The teenage caller and her 1-month-old sister are hiding in a closet. Her 3 other siblings are still at school. The dispatcher stays on the line, keeping her calm while deputies rush to the scene. By the time first responders arrive at the Mocksville, North Carolina home, the shooter is gone. Deputies clear the house and find the caller and her baby sister physically unharmed, but shaken. In the next room, their mother lies dead. 34-year-old Jade Sales has been shot multiple times. A bolo goes out for Dennis Sales. He's left the scene in a red Toyota Camry and is believed to be armed. This isn't the first time deputies have been called to the home. They've been there at least 7 times earlier in the year. Court documents also show Dennis Sales has a criminal record spanning 2 decades, including nearly 40 cases since 2001. Most are drug-related. One of the more recent involved a felony gun charge. Just hours before the shooting, both Dennis and Jade Sales were scheduled to appear in court on unrelated drug charges in neighboring Yadkin County. Both cases were continued. They never made it to the courtroom. The 18-year-old told investigators that she witnessed Dennis hitting her stepmother before pulling a gun and opening fire. It takes less than 24 hours to track Dennis down. The next morning, police in Kingsport, Tennessee spot the red Camry. When they attempt to stop the vehicle, the suspect speeds off. A high-speed chase follows, with speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour. Eventually, officers force the vehicle off the road. They take Dennis into custody without further incident. He faces charges in both states, and extradition proceedings begin to return him to North Carolina. Jade's daughter, 16-year-old Jayliana Bracken, was at school when the tragedy happened. At just 16, she steps into a new role, the emotional anchor for her younger siblings. Detectives obtain a warrant to search Dennis's cell phone, looking for any additional evidence that could aid in the investigation. But according to the sheriff's office, the shooting appears to have been spontaneous. In the days following Jade's death, the Davie County community rallied around the surviving children. The Department of Social Services helped ensure they are placed with relatives, and a GoFundMe was set up to support the family during their time of grief. Dennis Sales has since been indicted by Davie County grand jury on a charge of first-degree murder. He remains in custody in North Carolina. For more True 911 calls, watch this episode next.